Hey guys, we're still looking at the book of Acts, and today's lesson is going to be in Acts 25, verses 1 through 12. And kind of on the surface of it, it just seems like some kind of historical facts. It reads more like a history book than it does really more any story or anything like that. Paul gets confronted by the next governor, just another line of people he gets to meet with. This time is it's Festus. And from what we can tell, historically, Festus was a little more active as a governor or as a politician or someone who's kind of in charge. We read in the Josephus's work that he was kind of a brisk guy. In other words, he was more about getting some stuff done, kind of acted more like a businessman than he did an actual politician. And so he was hearing from the Jews, and then he was going to go down and visit this Paul guy, try to figure out what's going on with everything. And so the Jews are hatching this plot against Paul, wanting Festus to bring Paul back down to Jerusalem so that they can do their own really corrupted trial. And Paul tells him, "Hey, I've not committed any crimes against you. I haven't committed any crimes against the Jews. I want to actually appeal to Caesar." And Festus actually obliges Paul. He says, "Okay, to Caesar you can go." Now, this is an important thing because Paul is finally start on the move, getting what he was originally after. But when you look in this, it answers a bunch of questions that I think we need to pay attention to, not the least of which is Paul's integrity. Throughout this entire process that Paul has been on trying to get to Rome and appeal to Caesar, he has been questioned constantly about what his defense is in this crime that he's never committed. And over and over and over, he tells the same story, gives the same facts, wins the same arguments. And I think the lesson we take from that is one of integrity. And when we're talking about today, even about how our nation or this group of people or our community just needs revival, I got to tell you, there is no revival where the people of faith have no integrity. And so I think you need to ask yourselves today as you're reading this passage, is there a place in my life, in my faith, where there is a hole in my integrity? In other words, if I'm going to present Jesus in my life, who says I am the way, the truth, and the life, can someone look at my life and say there's actually a hole in the truth? And if you represent the truth, I don't want any part of that truth. So ask yourself, or talk to someone who's going to give you real answers, not someone who's just going to try to tell you how good of a person you are. But am I a person of integrity? And I think if we can answer yes to that question, then I think we can answer a bunch of other questions along the way. Read this passage, have a blessed day, and hopefully you get to meet Jesus in this. See you later.